This is the Dodgers POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Los Angeles Dodgers, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
What is up? Welcome to the Locked On Dodgers POSTCAST on the Locked On Dodgers YouTube channel, a place to hang out when every game is done. My name, Pete Fox, covering sports in LA, dating back to 2007 for ESPN LA and NBC Sports Radio. Well, the Dodgers take care of business. That ninth inning was a tad bit shakier than I would have preferred. Fine, though, in the end, thanks to Max Muncy. 9-5 the final. Dodgers got it rolling. 3 takeaways from this game for me. The offense rolling across the board. Shohei's hitting home runs like crazy, up to 20. Max Muncy's got it going. Even Michael Conforto's doing some things. I know you guys love to hate on Conforto, but you can't do that today. Bullpen getting a bit of a break. Starting pitching, doing their job. Dustin May going 5, allowing 4 hits, one of them a 3-run job. Beyond that, he was basically unhittable. And can we spend a few minutes on Carlos Santana's pants? What in the heck was that? I have literally never seen anything even close to that. Those were like jorts. Like, what in the hell? I didn't even know that was legal. For those of you who didn't notice or pay any attention or are listening and didn't watch the game, his baseball pants with the elastic bottoms came to about, 4 inches above his knee, like where a normal set of Bermuda shorts would come. And the rest was sock. I'm like, that looks utterly ridiculous. There are many different styles of pants. I didn't know jorts was a thing in baseball. It was like bloomers that far above his knee. I was blown away. It just looked utterly ridiculous. I've always been a fan of, dating back to even when I was a kid playing little league and high school ball and junior college ball and all that. I wanted my pants like down by the ankles. But even back in the 80s when I was a kid, we didn't wear them that far down. Like it became a trend where, the guys would, even when I coached in high school, the guys would they have their pants longer than their legs and they would pull them under their shoes. So the back of their pant went under the back of their shoe and they would wear out the bottom of their pants, running. And I'm like, it's kind of dumb, but it looks kind of cool. You don't have to worry about stirrups or socks or, not important. Even as the coaches, we wore our pants all the way down. And I've always liked that look just because it's easier. I don't have to worry about the damn socks and the stirrups and all that other stuff. The socks don't have to match. You can't see them. But, the stirrups have become a thing again where they're putting them below the knee. I don't have a problem with that. That's okay. But that's just like, that is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. I can't figure out what has he got knee pads underneath there? Because if he slides in socks, he's going to get his knee all chewed up. I don't know. And it just looked foolish. So anyway, that's my 2 cents on Carlos Santana's pants. What's up with Carlos Santana's pants? I also like saying Santana's pants. 9-5 the final today. Ultimately, the offense looking good.
This is what you'll be talking about.
3 homers on the day. Shohei Ohtani, Michael Conforto, and probably the most exciting one for me, not because of the placement, just because it was a no-doubter. During the game on the Ohtani home run that went to left field, 367 feet or something, they were like, if you're a Dodger fan and you watch the Dodgers a lot, you knew that ball was gone. The Cleveland Guardians did not. They thought it might stay in, but Shohei hit it so high that it just flew out of there. It wasn't, it definitely wasn't a no-doubter, but it was a towering skyscraper for sure. But the Max Muncy home run was crushed. That was a stand there and watch it like from the movie Bull Durham. What are you doing? Run, dummy. He lost maybe for a couple of seconds because that ball was gone and he got every inch of it. I mean, that was one of those balls that if you've ever played any baseball or if you play golf, when you hit it square, tennis, you don't feel it, right? It's just like, it's so perfect that the instrument you're using takes care of all of the vibration. You just don't feel it. And that's exactly what happened there. That four-seamer, Muncy was all over it, 403 feet, his fourth homer of the season, but third in his last 12 games. So he's definitely got it going.
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
Well, again, it's been hard when the offense is rolling and the pitchers come and do their job. It's tough. But, I am a believer that this game starts and stops with the pitching. So when you've got Dustin May out there with a season high 9 Ks, he's our player of the game. Had the sweeper working, which is his go-to, his money pitch. I was surprised to learn that he throws it 40% of the time. That's higher than I would have expected. But it was moving today, and obviously it's a bread and butter pitch for him. So I have no problem with him throwing it frequently. I quite often get frustrated with pitchers that have a pitch working and they're like, I'm going to mix it up, throw a fastball up in the zone, which promptly gets hammered. No, if you got something that has got everybody off balance, you keep riding it, ride her till she bucks you. And that's what he did today. And that's what he's been doing of late. And looked fantastic today. Got the win. 3-4 now, 9 Ks. It went, 5 sweepers, cutter, 2 sinkers. What is that? That's 6, 7, 8. And what was the last one? A cutter. Cutter, 2 sinkers is 3, and 5 sweepers. That's 8. I don't know what 9 was. Sorry. You're going to have to guess. Probably a sweeper. But yeah, he looked good today and has looked good of late. Another guy that the Dodgers can rely on when he gets on the mound, and it takes some of that load off of the bullpen. Honorable mention to Michael Conforto. For sure, that ball he hit the center field was ripped, squared up, and blasted. So he's starting to find his way a little bit. The first hit, not hit hard, but a base hit nonetheless. So, the luck has definitely not been on Conforto's side. And I know you guys think that every time the Dodgers lose, it's his fault. So let's say today that they won because of Conforto, right? Who did have the game-winning RBI? So it was 4-0. So, yeah, no, Ohtani's home run made it 4. So Ohtani with the game-winning RBI. I guess you could say no because they scored 5. So we'd have to get to 5. Conforto's home run made it 5. So Pajas a single to center in the 8th would have been the game-winning RBI. And then Muncy with some insurance. The 9th inning was looking good until Garcia came in and gave up a double and then quickly got out of it. So he got the did not get the save because there was not a save available, but gave up 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 strikeout, 17 pitches, ended the game. Kasperius came in and looked dominant. He's looked really good of late. I mean, that's a guy we can definitely have confidence in when he comes into the game. And the other great thing about him, he's not a 1-inning guy. You can rely on him for 2-3 innings, and he's always going to come out there and dominate. Inning and 2/3 today, struck out 3, Dryer 0s across the board over an inning and a third. So across this entire game, 90 pitches for May, 3 runs, just the 1 home run, 9 Ks, 4 hits. So, he basically threw a couple, 3 bad pitches, I would say, that not leave the yard. One of them left the yard, but were base hits for the Guardians. Other than that, he was rolling, and that's a good place to be for him, and let's hope he keeps that going. It's the Locked On Dodgers postcast on the Locked On Dodgers YouTube channel. We'll take the break, and when we come back, we'll speak a little bit more about the offense and the turning point of this game. I'm Pete Fox. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to check out Jeff and Vince with the Locked On Daily Dodgers podcast Monday through Friday. They come on the Locked On Dodgers YouTube channel and break it down for you, get in deep with what's going on in the Dodgers universe. Today's episode of the Locked On Dodgers Postcast is brought to you by Supply House. Get the supplies you need from the site that is made for skilled trades. Supply House, whether you're in plumbing, HVAC, or electrical work, Supply House is the reliable way to order products online. Their easy-to-use website is packed with helpful resources and the latest product info to help you get the job done right. I had a plumber come to our rental property today, fix what they call a hose bib. Took him about an hour. It was like $300+. I was like, holy cow. And then I get the bill. It's $400. I was like, what happened to $300? Well, you have to pay the $99 dispatch fee. I'm all, that's only if I don't get the job done. Once, isn't that rolled into the price or waived or applied towards the balance? I thought that was standard across the board. Apparently not. But I couldn't complain about the work, and it feels like a guy that would go to Supply House, knew what he was doing, on top of the job, got it done, lickety split, but wasn't shy when it came to charging me at the end of the day. So, hopefully the people that use Supply House more regularly get such great deals from them that it saves you money. And if you are unlike my technician today and you need help with an order, Supply House offers expert support and industry-leading service. So you'll always talk to a real person. And for trade pros looking for an extra edge, their free Trade Masters program offers exclusive perks like a dedicated phone line, free shipping, and discounts on every order. Yeah, again, my guy not getting discounts, probably not using Supply House now that I think about it. Thousands of skilled professionals are already taking advantage. Now it's your turn. Join the Trade Masters program today at supplyhouse.com/TM and start ordering plumbing, HVAC, and electrical supplies with just a few clicks. Plus, if you use the promo code SH5, you'll get 5% off your first order. That's supplyhouse.com. All right. The Dodgers have guaranteed a 3-3 road trip at this point, looking for a sweep of the Guardians tomorrow. Weather is pending, so that game might get pushed, delayed. I don't know. I don't think they will cancel it. They would reschedule if it is canceled for tomorrow. They would reschedule it for another time down the road. So we'll have to wait and see how that goes. But, 2 in a row, that's nice. And they win this series and look for the sweep tomorrow if the game gets played. Let's hope it does, because we could use the win, and things are going well right now for the Dodgers, and you want to keep that rolling.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
Yeah, it had to be Shohei Ohtani's home run, because that gave him a nice, comfortable lead. And even after Schneemann homered in the bottom of the fourth inning, the Dodgers never surrendered the lead. Conforto added on. Pajes with a single to center. Teoscar Hernandez, who had a nice day, got on. And then Max Muncy added the insurance. So Shohei Ohtani put the Dodgers over the top. Pajes and Dalton rushing with the first 2 RBI of the game, which gave them the lead early. It's nice to see. I don't know that we're paying a ton of attention to this, but coming off their last homestand where they were trailing in the start of every game and always having to battle back, on this road trip that has taken us through New York and now on to Cleveland, the Dodgers have led in every single game of this series early. So they have not had to fight back, and that's also a good, positive, comfortable place to be. I feel like this is another great thing about this team. They're so deep, they're so loaded, they're so talented that even when things aren't going great, it's not going to be too long before things turn right around. They were joking about it today with Shohei Ohtani. It's something I've said all season, that even when Shohei Ohtani has a bad game or two, you feel like it'll, hey, it's not going to last for very long. And it never really does. If we get our head wrapped around the fact that Shohei Ohtani is just a guy that strikes out more than most at 28% of the time, you could just kind of expect that it's going to happen and get used to it and feel comfortable about it. Again, a home run today, 1 hit, 2 RBI, walked twice, so on base 3 times, and struck out twice. That's just his game. Get used to it. Mookie Betts 1 for 4, average of 257, OPS 750-ish. Freddie Freeman 1 for 5. He's 356 now. The OPS at 1,046. Teo with 2 hits. He's batting 306. No RBI for him today. Max Muncy had 3 on the home run. Andy Pajes, 1 RBI, 2 hits. Conforto, 2 hits and 1 RBI. Dalton Rushing had a hit and an RBI. And Tommy Edman, who's been struggling, got a hit today with a run scored, only struck out 1 time. So let's hope that he's starting to find his way and get back on top of things. They made life tough on Bibby. It's not Bibby. I think I like Bibby better than Bibby, but he goes by Bibby. I enjoyed the story about him as a 5-year-old getting mad at the video game and throwing the controller at the TV and, destroying the TV, spider webbing it, as Joe called it. I would have lost my what if I was the parent of a 5-year-old who did that. Although I did have a similar situation where we had a leak in the, we have a 2-story house, and the bathroom is right above where the living room TV is. So the ceiling needed to be repaired. So we had to take the TV off the wall. We put it on the couch, covered it up in pillows, which was my mistake. Idiot move. Grandkids were over. Oh, pillows all over the couch. And he jumped on it and broke it. Of course, never copped to it. I'm like, that's the only thing that happened. It had to happen that way. There's no other way that TV got broken. Laying on the couch, the grandkid jumped on it and put his foot through it. So a similar situation, I guess. But yeah, throwing the controller, I love these stories about people that I hate losing more than I enjoy winning. That's a lot of professional athletes. That's what drives you to become a professional athlete. I get it. I feel sorry for those people because winning is freaking awesome. And I used to kind of be that way when I did more sports betting. Like if I would, and I would never bet a lot of money. I would bet $5 or $10 a game, but there would be times when I'd be on a losing streak and it would wreck my whole world. Everyone around me would be like, get away, you're in a bad mood. So I kind of, dialed down the sports betting and, now I just look to find the fun in games. I don't spend that much time worrying about who wins and loses, but it does happen, right? It gets to you. I get it. I absolutely get it. So I'm assuming that Bibby does not feel good right now. He's not enjoying this post game with the loss. He's now 4-5. He threw 54 pitches in the first 2 innings, but settled down, made it through 5, ended up with 95. So at least he salvaged the outing and gave his team an opportunity to win. So they couldn't do it, but that's a tough outing for him for sure. But the Dodgers rolling, nice offense, nice defense. And we look for weather providing the opportunity, weather pending. It'll start at 10:10 a.m. Pacific. It's Clayton Kershaw versus the old undecided. Yeah, they were talking a lot about that the Guardians are in a pitching situation depending on the weather, depending on today, the fact that the Dodgers roughed them up pretty good. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. They had a guy scheduled, but they scratched him for some reason. But we will see Clayton Kershaw on the mound for the Dodgers, depending on the weather. Again, 10:10 a.m. as the Dodgers look for win number 35 on the season. Final thought, Shohei Ohtani's home run is his 20th, which puts him 20 games ahead of his pace on last season, which I find interesting because he had 54 or 59. I think he had, was it 59 stolen bases and 54 home runs? But so it's 55 games. He's the third Dodger ever to have 20 home runs in 55 games. If you do some simple math, 55 times 3 is 165. So 3 more than the regular season allotment. That would put him at 60 home, or right around 59, 58 in that neighborhood. But that's a strange calculation if you are just doing the projection, because if he's 20 games ahead of where he was last year, you would think he would have an opportunity to get to, mid 60s or something. So 60s definitely within reach this season with 20 on the board through 55. So obviously we'll be keeping our eye on that. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Appreciate the comments. It's the Locked On Dodgers postcast on the Locked On Dodgers YouTube channel. Don't forget to check out Jeff and Vince right here on the Dodgers YouTube channel, Monday through Friday, breaking it down for about 30, 35 minutes. We give you about 15 to 20 here on the postcast where we give you instant reaction. Appreciate you guys for your time and for your patronage and allowing us to be your source for your team every day. Take care. Have a good night. We'll talk tomorrow, hopefully.